right in the kisser.
Hey, how the devil are you? Whoa. Right, so a few months ago, I think it was a few months ago, I asked people to go over to my Facebook page and send me some pictures of their hi-fi setup. And quite a few people responded, so thank you very much for all those who sent in pictures of their hi-fi setup. It's good to see, how people have utilised the space and how people have set up their systems and what they've got in their systems, from relatively high-end to budget systems. All really, really cool. So we're going to be having a look at them soon. First of all, before we start looking at the picture gallery, I'd like to thank Orbital Stereo. Sent me a super thanks of $1.99, Orbital Stereo. Thank you. And also like to thank Fergus John 9720. Sent me £2. Cheers, Fergus John. Much appreciated. Anyway, so now I've done a bit of work on this. I'm not messing about here. So now I did it all on PowerPoint. I created a PowerPoint, got these photos. Now don't worry, it's not a boring PowerPoint presentation. You know the one. Hang on a minute. The ones you get. Have you ever had a PowerPoint presentation in work? Oh my God. It's like you see the PowerPoint coming on and the manager or whatever, the supervisor or whatever, standing there with one of them laser pens, right? You think, pour petrol over me now and set me alight, please.
Mine. So we had to take a special Jeep up to the main road. In fact, we were lucky to even get a Jeep, since just the day before, only one that we had broke down. And
it's just like this.
Here we have the figures for the next quarter fiscal year.
It's like, oh my God. Anyway, right. Thank God I don't sit through them anymore. But where was I? I lost track anyway, right? So, so I put them on the PowerPoint and I saved them as JPEGs. So, but I put a write up next to the pictures and bunched them up because some viewers send in 3 or 4 pictures of the system. So I didn't want to do 3 or 4 slides. So I bunched them all together on one picture. You get you'll see in a minute anyway. Right, so without further ado, let's have a look at the systems that were sent in. So the first slide we have is Carlos from Puerto Rico, a Yamaha AS501. Now I've reviewed one of these, put it up against the Marantz PM6007. I couldn't hear much of a difference between the two. I thought it performed really well. And now I haven't heard the S303 CD player, but I did have the S300 and it's pretty much the same player, just a very slight upgrade on the USB, I think it was. A decent CD player. So I only got some Yamaha speakers there. Nice CD collection, and above there, not bad at all. And a bottle of beer. What's that, Medallion Light? Never tasted that. Okay, next is John from California. This first sentence, I've put that in because this is potentially, possibly, I'm sure some may argue against it, the GOAT amp of all time. It's the Pioneer SX 1980 receiver. Puts out a whopping 300 watts per channel and weighs 78 pounds, 35 kilograms. And this is what John wrote. So he sent me this. It's a theme going on here. Kirkland vodka. I never tried that. So this is his 10 foot by 10 foot listening room. Consists of most equipment that I purchased back in the 70s. Now look, he's still listening to this equipment and it was purchased back in the 70s. It shows how well that stuff was built in the 70s. Really good. So you've got a Pioneer SX 1980 MCS VTR component TV. I think that's it there. Just a bit of fun novelty. JVC KD85 cassette deck. Again, very decent cassette deck. Pioneer EQ SG9500. A Kenwood KD5070 with an AT44ML cartridge. Right, so that's that there. Again, a nice little turntable that. Project 2 Box DS Phono Preamp, Emotiva PT1, Panamax Power Conditioner, Pioneer Elite PD71 CD player, a Wave Ultra, plus topping E50 DAC, Sony ES Series CD changer, Duke VU3 amplifier, speaker switcher. Now I recently reviewed the VU3 Pro. I put a post of that on my Facebook page, the colour changer, and John's thinking he needs to upgrade now. And a restored Fisher SA Class A valve amplifier and TIAC reel-to-reel, which is here. You can't see it properly there. I do want a reel-to-reel one day. I want to try them out. And a DBX3BX range expander, Carver TFM 35 amp, BIC Beambox FM 10 directional FM antenna. Speakers are German Cantons, and the sub is a Klipsch RP Series 10. Very nice. Nice system, John. Okay, we've got Chris from Ohio. Now, Chris is obviously an ACD fan. There you go. Now, he's got a U-turn custom turntable with 2M blue cartridge. Now, these Orbit U-turn custom turntables are pretty cool because you can customize it, hence the word custom. Right, so let's have a little look. There you go. So you've got, there we are. So the starting price, $249. So let's say now, oh, I'll have it in maybe walnut, is it? Is that walnut there? Yes, solid walnut. Oh, it's got up to 369 now. Oh dear. But I don't want no basic platter. No way, no how. I tell you what, let's have an acrylic one. Oh, 464. Flipping heck. Speed control, I'm too lazy to have manual. I can't be changing that belt over. Nonsense. I'll have the electronic 544. And I got the AT91B. And I think I'll go for the Autophon 2M Blue because that's a pretty good cartridge there. So I'll slap that on. Get on there. Oh, $708. Flipping heck. Q, not included. Not included. Not included. Yeah, let's have a Q arm. I do want a Q arm. That's pretty cool. Oh, 758. Phono preamp. Now, shall we have one built in or shall we have an external? Let's have a phono preamp built in. Boink. 838. And rubber feet. Pff, who wants rubber feet, eh? I want ISO level, yeah. All right, 908. So, it's pretty cool that you can customize it though. I do like that. But you can see it can get pretty expensive. Go from $250 to almost a grand. Woo! There you go. Anyway, let's go back to this. And then he's got a Sony TC WE305 cassette deck. Oh, double cassette, twin cassette deck there. Pioneer PD10AE CD player. 2 Duke Audio VU22 meters. Boing boink. And a Sony STR DH190 receiver. Dayton Audio T652 air towers and a 10-inch sub. Boom there. Nice one, Chris. Okay, we got Pete from the Netherlands. Now, there we are. Oh, there's a Marantz 6007. And I used to have one of them. I had one for a while. I like that amp. Really nice amp. Although there was a bit of controversy about the DACs when the AKM factory burnt down. And they started putting the SS DACs in there without telling anybody. But to be fair, it still sounded pretty good. Right. And then you got the Sony XB740 QS CD player. And using it as a transport. Because he's using the SMSL D60S DAC. Wise choice. Raspberry Pi 4 in Argon 1 case running Mood audio. Samsung Evo 860 2TB SSD. Got plenty of music on there. Containing his music collection in FLAC. DIY 14-inch HDMI display. HDMI display. Oh, where's that? That there, is it? Oh, nice. Audio Quest QED in acoustic and super cables, Klipsch R50M speakers, and two Cambridge Audio Minx X200 subwoofers. Now I had a Mink subwoofer at some point in the past. I'm sure there's a review on my channel somewhere. Was it the X200? I think it was. Cracking little sub, that. Really nice little sub. Might only be small, but it's pretty good. I did like that. Cheers, Pete. Now we got Hi from Ukraine. Now, I don't know the name wasn't given. It says my Frugal setup. I don't care if it's frugal. I've gone to the trouble to post this. Unfortunately, the pictures were very small. I've tried to expand them, but the pictures are not great, unfortunately. Homemade speakers from the 80s that my dad made. How good is that? Homemade speaker. I think he did say, I said it's cool to see they're still running today from the 80s. And he said he has had to make some repairs to them. I don't know what's there. Paired with F&D computer speakers for a solid mid-range. Oh, okay. And a subwoofer from Pioneer Home Theatre, just there. All hooked up to an NAD C320B amp. Now, in its day, a good budget amp then. Audio source is a Pioneer DVD, obviously plays CDs through that as well. XV DV3 75k. Cheers from Ukraine. What we got next? Oh, this is good. Look at them. Look at them beasties. It's Glenn from Cornwall. That's about a 5-hour drive for me, Cornwall. It just depends which part. This is my hi-fi setup comprising of a Project Debut Pro turntable through a Cirrus Classic amp. Which one is that? I think, has he got a Cirrus Classic amp there? With external PSX R2 power supply, Cirrus Classic CD player, boink, is that it there? With an external PX R2 power supply, Pioneer MI D707 mini disc player, recorder, cool, and a Cambridge Audio CXN 100 streamer. All through a pair of KEF Q950 floor standing speakers with QED speaker cable, RCA interconnects and digital coaxial. Finally a pair of Bose noise cancelling headphones, wired ones there. I bet them speakers put a lot of bass, I bet they do. Now there's a handsome fella there, isn't he? Look at that. Can't switch that off. Anyway, this is from Jerry from Massachusetts. Right, if I could just about say that. Here is my system. Consists of a Denon PMA 1600NE integrated amp with a matching Denon DCD 1600NE CD SACD player. For speakers, he has the Klipsch Heresy 4s. For streaming, he uses an Orange Blue Me Pro HD streamer. Those Klipsch Heresy 4s, that's a decent setup there. The Klipsch Heresy 4s, they ain't cheap. Jeez. The 12-inch woofer, I believe, is on them. And they're really, I think the sensitivity is ridiculous, like 98, 99 dB. Very easy to drive. And I bet, I've not listened to them, but I bet they put out a lot of bass. I bet they do. Let us know, Jerry. Anyway, what we got next? Here we got Paul from Ontario, Canada. This is my rig consisting of a Cambridge Audio Azure 640R with precision acoustic HD45 speakers and an Anthena ASP 300 subwoofer, pop right in the middle there, and a custom DIY audio rack. Oh, nice. Cheers, Paul. So what we got here? Tony from Bristol. He got an Audiolab setup here. It's a close-up there for you. Audiolab 8000S preamp, 8000 PX power amp, and it's nice to have, he hasn't got an integrated, he's got the preamp and power amp split. Audiolab 8200 CD player transport, and he's got the Sony MDS J480 mini disc player. Monitor audio 730 PMC speakers. Now, I think were they metal coned, I believe, and you know, highly rated at the time when they were out. Do you know what? I've got a cabinet very similar to this in my living room. This is nothing. This is just a printer. I had to zoom into that because I was wondering, what's he got there then? And it was an Epson printer. There you go. Right, we got here Johnny from Dublin Ireland. Cheapo system. Maybe cheapo, but I bet it sounds pretty decent. Oh, there we are. But it sounds great. Fozzy Audio BT20A Pro amp, a Win Pro streamer, Q Acoustics Concept 20 speakers, Band down speaker cables, QED RCAs. Nice. And yeah, humble setup, but I bet it sounds pretty decent, Johnny. Anyway, cheers. What we got here? We got Stephen. Doesn't say where he's from, but it's TIAC AH500i amp fed with a FIO K11 DAC connected to Wharfedale 12.2s. Now I have a set of 12.2s, and I love my 12.2 speakers. I do love them. They're really, really good. I like them a lot. And good test top there. With by-wire 12 gauge oxygen copper free whatever cable. Bonus is the microwave if you want to get some quick popcorn while listening to music. Hey, nice. Can't beat a bit of popcorn. Now, do you like salty popcorn, sweet popcorn, or you like me, go for a mixture of both? Oh, love salted sweet. That's my fave. Anyway, what we got here? Jason from Hull, UK. He said he recently downsized his setup a little. I just got back into CDs and tapes. Yeah, me too. So we have an NAD C542 HD CD player, Marantz PM7000N network player, an amp. So it should be have HIOS on there. Yamaha KX383 cassette deck. Now I believe they were still making these up until 2006. I might be wrong, correct me, but I do believe they have. Got a couple of cassettes there. What's she using? Maxell. What's she got? SA90. There we go. Right. Okay. And my Beyerdynamics headphones. Boink. Speakers are the excellent sounding monitor audio bronze 2s in black ash. And again, I've heard good things about the monitor bronze 2s, but I've not heard them, so I can't judge. But I've heard good things. Rowy from Cardiff, just down the road from me. Very modest system. And I see he's got the speakers at the front here with his TV there. And on the side then he's got his hi-fi setup there. And he's rocking a vinyl playback Technics SL1500C deck using a Rig B. I think that's rigid or something. That's like a metal cartridge rather than plastic. Supposed to give a little bit of a better sound to it. He uses the superb Spartan 15, and again I've heard some good things about this Spartan here, these Spartan 15s, as the phono stage amplification is taken care of by an oldish Cambridge Azure 540A integrated amp, but I reckon still capable. I have a matching Cambridge Azure 540C CD player, which he very rarely used. Streaming is achieved using a Weem Mini and SMSL C200 DAC headphone amp. I stream using Cobuzz. My speakers are Q Acoustics 3030Is with a BMW ASW 608 subwoofer. Again, nice setup. So he hasn't gone for the towers, he's gone for the bookshelves on sub. Decent choice. And then we have Dean from Porth, another local fella, just down the road from me, not far. Technics 1500C with Autophon Blue. Arcam AVR 11, Arcam CD5, Wharfedale 12.3s. Now, I did the 12.3s, I did audition once. I was going to either buy them or the Dali Oberon 5s. And do you know what, right? The Dali Oberon 5s, I think were about £200 or £300 more than these. Maybe a bit more. And I chose the Dali Oberons only because they had just a little bit more detail and I just thought they were a little bit more cleaner, but it was really close. These are very decent for their price. Very good speakers, these 12.3s. I thought they were very decent, but I think the Daddies just about pipped them, but not by much. 220C centre, 4 Wharfedale Diamond 220s. Well, again, I just got rid of a pair of 220s, and I do like the 220s. I think they're very good. They do lack a little bit on the bottom end, but he's been a wise choice here by using them as surrounds because they have got really good mids, very good treble. So wise choice. 2 height surrounds Wharfedale, an SW150 sub, and again I've had this sub here. Now this sub has been around for a long time, the SW150, and it's a very capable sub. I've had that too. It's gone now. But I used that. Really nice sub. I really enjoyed using that. But it's been around for a while. And he says here, next on the list are a pair of Lintons and an Arcam SA30 to power them. And he wasn't lying, because about a month or so later, I don't know the exact time scale, bam, there it is. You got some great new additions to Denon from Paul said it. I think I wrote this. An Arcam SA30 streaming integrated amp, nice. And Wharfedale Linton speakers. Now, obviously, now I'm very biased because I have these. Some people say, oh, you know, they're not as detailed as some speakers can be. Okay, that's true, but my God, they're such a lovely speaker. Warm, deep bass. I don't use a subwoofer with my other setup, simply because the bass these put out is fantastic. Lovely speakers, warm, room filling. I love them. So anyway, if you like a more detailed speaker, then maybe not for you. If you want something with really eking out detail, you know, I've had speakers with a lot of detail. I've tried BMW speakers, and albeit the ones I had, what were they, the 660? I can't remember. I have to have a look. I'll put it on here on the screen here. They were just a little bit too high in the treble for me. But there we are. Nice. Geez, Dean, where you got next? Another local lad from Neath, not far from me. Yamaha AS301. And again, do you know what? For the price you pay for that AS301, you're getting a very decent amp there. It's very similar to the AS501. Very similar. AS501's got a few more watts, but you probably wouldn't tell the difference. And I think you can pick one of these up now for 350 quid, maybe 400. They have gone up in price quite a lot over the last year or so, with inflation and all that stuff, and the economy being as it is. It's making hi-fi equipment a bit too expensive. Marantz CD 6006, again, decent CD player. You've got a Pioneer BDP LX55 Blu-ray SA CD player, and Project Debut Carbon turntable, monitor audio, bronze 2, more bronze 2s. I need to get hold of a set of these to try them out, see how good they are. Because again, like I said before, I've heard some good things about them. And what we got? Scott from London. London, mate, you're on the laughing chat. Here's my setup. Amplifier NAD 312 CD player. Technics SL PG 500A board and short. 20i Pearl Edition DAC. Topping E32 Bluetooth Essenkin Bluetooth receiver. There we are. Decent little setup there. Not bad at all. Now we've got, from Essex, just a little bit further outside London. From Essex, innit? I'm sorry, terrible. I'm a fine one to take the mick out of accents. I come from Wales, flipping heck. Okay, Cambridge CX81 amp. Nice amp. I tried the CX81 Mark II. Loved that. I haven't heard this one, but again, heard good things. Had good reviews. Cambridge CXC CD Transport. And the Sonos Faber Sonetto 2 speakers. Now, these are a really nice bookshelf. They're like, oof. And also he's got the Sonos Faber Gravis 1 sub. I bet that system puts out some decent sound. But these Sonos Faber speakers, they ain't cheap. I think $2,500 a day, maybe 3, and around about that point. Then we got Cord Rumor X speaker cables, Cord Clearway coaxial digital interconnects. Enjoy your music, people. Great YouTube channel, by the way. I can't disagree with that. Thank you. Cheers. Didn't say your name, sorry. What else we got? Oh, we got Ron from Gildersum Leeds, Mission 778 X Tangent Tuner 2, Q Acoustics 3010s, and a Riga Green Grade QED cables. Riga Green Grade QED cables. There we are. Oh, we got a Pink Floyd fan. Dark Side of the Moon on the turntable there. And Wish You Were Here. He's on fire. That's nice. I like that. There you go. And that's it. And we've come to the end. Oh, enjoying that. And there you go. Oh, wasn't that good? I liked that. I don't know if you did. I did. I really enjoyed that. Good seeing other people's systems. So thank you everybody who sent in and contributed to that video. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't contributed yet, please go over to my Facebook page, links in the description below, and just go on, I think it's Viewers Gallery or HiFi Gallery or something like that, right? And comment and leave your pictures in the comment section of that. And what I'll do, I'll put them on the, I'll add them to the gallery then. So thank you. Anyway, that's come to the end of the video. I will catch you in the next one.